¿Qué pasa, YouTube? How's it going, everybody? Got for you guys today the first official Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle on the channel, and we are going to be facing Sparrows. I'm not sure if he's got a Twitter or a YouTube, but if you see this, my man's, leave a comment down below. I got this off of a Discord group that I'm in. But yeah, if you guys are excited for Wi-Fi to finally be coming to the channel, don't worry, I will be doing live commentaries of Wi-Fi battles as well. And actually, I would be really grateful if you guys can let me know in the comment section below whether you would like them to be post narrated or live, or I could honestly just do a mixture of both. I asked this on Twitter, so yeah, let me know how you guys would like to see Wi-Fi battles, if you'd like to see them live or post narrated. I also have another little series I want to do with Wi-Fi, maybe two depending on how things go, so there's going to be a lot of Wi-Fi coming to the channel. Don't worry though, Showdown will still be uploaded as well, and I'm so excited to finally get around to doing Wi-Fi. If you guys would like to play me in a Wi-Fi battle, then make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch. I will be streaming live Wi-Fi battles and taking battles on my Twitter, so yeah, if you would like a chance to battle me, then go ahead and add me on there. So I apologize for the little cursor on the screen, but as you can see for my team, it is a team based around Smirgle. It's actually a sticky web team because for some reason I've really been wanting to try out sticky web with things like circuitries. I'm trying out offensive Autotomy Celestial, which I'm really hoping can put in some work. But if you look at my opponent's team, of course, he has easily the most broken Pokemon right now in the metagame, which is Pheromosa, which is easily the biggest threat in the tier. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So don't worry, the mouse does go away. My opponent does have a pretty good sprite there. Unfortunately, I still have the basic one. Don't worry though, when I get around to it, I will definitely be customizing my avatar. But I'm gonna be leading off with my Smirgle, as of course he ends up leading off with this broken Mon, the Pheromosa. Honestly, Pheromosa is not going to stay in OU. I definitely think that it is going to be banned. So hoping that he doesn't go for something like a substitute, I actually end up going straight for the Spore because I didn't know what kind of player he was. I didn't know if he would maybe go straight for an offensive move or maybe want to U-turn directly into Tapu Bulu. So honestly, what I should have done here was probably just gone for my sticky webs, and then I would have been able to get up my rocks as well, because regardless, I'm just gonna stay in here and take this opportunity to go ahead and get up my webs, as he knows I will not be going for a Spore, obviously on a grass type that will not be put to sleep. So as he switches into the Salazzle, I'm only able to get up my webs. Like I said, it would have been nice to get up rocks, but it's okay as it's not going to be too big of an issue. So I really have no choice at this point but to leave in my Smirgle as death fodder. On the off chance that he wanted to go for Nasty Plot or Substitute, I decided to go for the Explosion because I did not want this thing to be behind a Substitute against anything else I wanted to bring in, because I am running a very offensively based team. I don't really have any proper walls, so because my Garchomp is luckily scarfed, I'm going to be able to outspeed this Salazzle pretty easily, because even though he wasn't affected by webs, I will be faster than him. So I can go ahead and just safely go for the Earthquake. I was very close to pulling a double switch, but again, I don't know what kind of player he is, so I didn't know if maybe he would want to stay in or if he would want to make the safe switch into the Tapu Bulu. Regardless though, I'm really not too concerned about this Tapu Bulu. I do have a Celesteela on my team, and even though I am not a defensive variant, I believe I am modest max special attack with some HP and the rest in speed. I'm going to switch in to my Celesteela as he makes a very nice double switch into his Aegislash, which honestly I'm not really concerned because again, I'm modest max special attack and Celesteela does learn Flamethrower, so I'm gonna go straight for the Flamethrower, knowing that I should be able to live any two hits that he would want to go for, except for the fact that he has weakness policy. I was not expecting this at all, and then he ends up going for the Swords Dance, which is even more scary because now he is at +4. So I literally have no choice but to stay in here, go for the Flamethrower in hopes that maybe I can get a burn or get a higher damage roll and knock him out. I was actually very close to switching into my Porygon Z, expecting him to just go straight for the Shadow Sneak, but it's a good thing I did not make that play, as Iron Head does a clean 90% to Celesteela. Can we just let that sink in? Like, again, I know I'm not HP or defense invested, but still, that did a pretty respectable amount of damage, as he's going to be able to easily knock me out with a +4 Shadow Sneak. This is okay, because here I can get a free switch into my Porygon Z, and I will be able to easily knock him out at this range with either a Dark Pulse or a Thunderbolt, and I opt to go for the Dark Pulse. There was no reason for me to have to go for the Normium Z conversion at this point, because he would have been able to easily knock me out with any move he wanted to go for. As he brings in the Pheromosa, he is actually going to be able to outspeed me, and I'm not sure if I did the math wrong or maybe he was scarfed, but unfortunately he does end up missing the Focus Blast, and I'm not too sure how much that miss may have mattered in the long run of the game. Then again, this is why you would rather have High Jump Kick instead of Focus Blast, because you can hit High Jump Kick. But hey, props to my mans for running Special Pheromosa. You mainly only see Life Orb and Banded on Showdown. So yeah, we're able to knock out the Pheromosa, which is really great. As he brings in the Tapu Bulu, I still have some use for Porygon Z, but I have no use for my Xurkitries here, so I'm just going to switch it in hopes to maybe be able to live a hit. But no, I just die. I just came in and I dropped, which has me thinking this has got to be Choice Banded Tapu Bulu. Now the good thing about this is that he has been affected by Sticky Web, so I can bring in my own Tapu Bulu and 100% outspeed him unless he is Choice Scarf, which I've never seen Scarf Tapu Bulu, so I'm not too sure if it was. Regardless though, I'm adamant Choice Banded in grassy terrain, and I don't care if this is a Salazzle. This is just going to take a huge amount of damage, and because webs are up and I am max speed, I will be able to outspeed him the following turn and just knock him out with another Wood Hammer. I was a little bit worried that the grassy terrain ended this turn, but luckily it didn't, so I can definitely go for another Wood Hammer and just nuke this Salazzle, getting it out of my face and just one less thing to completely worry about. As Tapu Bulu is sitting here pretty strong, looking nice and dominant, as grassy terrain is such a good ability. Honestly, Tapu Bulu turned out to be a lot better than I had hoped, as he brings in the Carbink. Now, I found it very odd that he brought in Carbink because it's a rock type. I'm adamant Choice Banded, so I'm gonna go for the Wood Hammer. Little did I know, because I never ever see this Pokemon, he has Sturdy, so he's going to be able to get up a Reflect, and this is actually kind of a problem because he still has Haxorus on his team. So if Haxorus is a Dragon Dance variant, it could very well set up 1 or 2 DDs and still win him the match. So I still have to watch out for that. Regardless though, I can just stay in with Tapu Bulu, go straight for the Wood Hammer, and finish off this Carbink. This is where, again, me getting up rocks earlier instead of sporing turn 1 would have definitely come in handy, because I would have been able to just nuke him without having to worry about the Reflect. So he's going to bring in his Haxorus here, and the only move he can go for to touch my Tapu Bulu is Poison Jab. Alternatively, he can also go for a Dragon Dance. I'm not really too scared about him potentially having Substitute or Swords Dance, so I do make a very safe, kind of aggressive switch into Garchomp, as he turns out to go for the Dragon Dance. And this is actually a little bit scary, because with him having Reflect Up, I don't know if Outrage is enough to knock him out. Above that, if he has Dragon Claw and he knocks me out and then he has Poison Jab, then he can very well win this match. Luckily though, he turns out to have Outrage and not Dragon Claw, so at this point, when he locks himself into the Outrage, I can get a free switch into my Tapu Bulu. I will not be affected by Outrage, and I can just nuke him with another adamant Choice Banded Wood Hammer. Man, Tapu Bulu hits like an absolute monster. So he is locked into the Outrage, and I am a Fairy type, so I will not be affected, and I will be able to knock him out. And at this point, his last Pokemon is the Tapu Bulu. Now, he does still have Reflect Up, but even if I don't knock him out with the Wood Hammer and he knocks me out, I can then just bring in my Porygon Z and knock him out with an Adaptability Stab Tri-Attack, because even with Reflect, my Wood Hammer is going to be doing enough damage to put him in range of my Porygon Z's try attack, especially because we are level 50. I do plan to do level 100 as well, so if you guys would like to battle me on 50 or 100, then just let me know. But yeah, I do unfortunately get one final crit, a nail in the coffin, and down goes a Tapu Bulu. And Tapu Bulu just standing strong, man. This thing is an absolute monster. So good game, the Sparrows. Again, guys, if you would like to battle me, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I will be tweeting out when I'm looking for matches, and I will also be live streaming them on Twitch, so a link to both of those will be down in the description. Make sure to go check out the 2 videos at the end on the end screen. And with that being said, make sure to leave a like, and I hope you all enjoyed and that you're all excited for more Wi-Fi battles to come. So thank you all for watching, guys. Later, everybody.
Because my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.